Messi. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Just when you think he's done everything, he comes up with something even more special. Nani.
Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Soccer Card Collective with Dan, Vincent and Luke. How are you boys?
Fine.
Going well, Dan. You?
Not bad. Made it to episode 11, the number of Mr. Pavel Nedved, Vincent's favourite player, let's say. Is that right? Is he your favourite?
Almost favourite player.
Who's your favourite? Who's your favourite player?
David Beckham.
Really?
Yeah, it was because of
Kevin De Bruyne.
Because of him. I actually took a real interest in football, soccer. Him and Raul Gonzalez, those two, and then it transferred over to Nedved, and Edgar Davids was a huge one as well. So yeah.
So
you must have been a Juventus fan.
Yeah, a bit. I liked the old way of the Serie A. Like a lot of defending and midfield was always stacked basically in every single team. So I remember the days of Jaap Stam. Yeah, good old days. Nesta, Maldini, love it.
How was your week, Luke? All good?
Yeah, not too bad. Global's here. Yeah, the usual. Just looking through cards, looking at NFTs, as is.
We're not scheduled to talk about NFTs, but there have been a couple of developments we can discuss later. Let's dive straight into the games of the week. I'll bring it up for the viewers.
What's up, Global? The Beckham bender. Yeah, bend it like Beckham. We used to practice it for hours.
That'd be a good video.
Yeah.
Free kick challenge. Double coverage media does free kick challenge.
That's a great idea. Now we're actually out of lockdown.
Yeah, now we can. Yeah.
So we've got the opportunities to do it.
That'd be funny.
I'm telling you, I've got a lethal right foot. So just be careful, guys. All right, just putting it out there.
Well, to be honest, I went for a kick when was the last weekend, and after about 20 minutes, I was done. My ankle was stuffed. So I don't think I'm going to do too well in this, but I'll give it my best go.
He's already bringing excuses.
We'll see what happens.
We'll start out with this annihilation from Liverpool, 5-0 over Watford. Mane, Firmino got a hat-trick, and Salah, which, a lot of people are talking about Salah now, and they're talking about him being the most lethal or even best player in the world. Are you guys of the same opinion? Now.
I don't know about best player in the world, to be honest. I think that's there's a few players that can put up for that argument, but he was unbelievable in his first half. We watched this on live during the live stream, and that first half was unbelievable by him. Even Liverpool overall, you're spot on there. They absolutely annihilated Watford all over them. Yeah. And you can see it in the scoreline 5-0.
He's doing this for the last 2 or 3 years, and now people start to pay attention. It's always funny. It's the same with Lukaku. Like, people now all of a sudden take notice of Lukaku or even Harry Kane. They have been doing this for like the last 10 years. And people always like Lukaku. Yeah, look at his numbers. Everywhere he went, he scored goals. So yes, he's doing it for the last whatever years. And it's the same with Salah. I mean, look at his numbers. Like 22 last season, 17 season before, giving goals. scoring goals, giving assists. I did see a stat, however, about this Liverpool because of this game. Sadio Mane now scored 100 goals as well in the Premier League, and I think
Drogba and
Salah.
Yeah,
and Salah has like 113. But if you take the penalties away, Sadio Mane actually has more goals than Salah in the Premier League. So that was interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, I really like Salah. He's one of as an African player, he's killing it.
Absolutely global. About time he's getting some recognition. His favorite player. Just that goal. There was just something about that goal that only the greats of the game can really pull off. The way you just put the defenders just on ice. They
real Decker's goal.
It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous.
That's what you want to see. Let's bring up the other games. We have Southampton 1-0 over Leeds, Norwich, Brighton 0-0, Wolves 3-2 over Aston Villa, Leicester, Manchester United. This is a game that I couldn't wait to talk about. 4-2 victory by Leicester. Was this a game that you guys watched?
Yeah, I got to watch the first half of this. Again, I don't know what United supporters, I don't know what they're on if they think they're competing with the league the way they played. Like Leicester started really well. Greenwood scored an absolute cracker of a goal. Definitely against the run of play. And then I missed the second half, unfortunately, but I did see the goals. But, what a result. It's a terrible way to start their massive run that they've got, United. Absolutely rubbish way. This is probably the easiest game out of, the run they've got too.
Yeah, and many United supporters were actually glad that Fred wasn't there. And you had, if you look at the lineup, Ronaldo, Sancho starting, Bruno, Greenwood, Matic, Sonno, McTominay, Pogba, Maguire back. It's like, if you have Sancho, Fernandes, Greenwood, Ronaldo, Pogba, Now, Fred actually gave an assist in their Brazil game. So it's like, I don't get it. Like, if you watch him play for Man United, it's like he just came into the team. He's fresh, he's new. And if you look at, I watched some Brazil games where he was actually playing and he looked very good. So I think it's just, he flourishes under that Brazil team, and he kind of, maybe it's not his fault. Maybe it's just all, I don't know. But yeah, interesting to see that they lose with the kind of lineup fans really want to see. They don't want to see maybe Rashford instead of, I don't know, Sancho. I don't know.
Could see him return as well and score. Rashford.
Yeah.
There's a lot being said. I don't know if this game reflected that because I didn't watch it, so I can't really comment. But there's a lot of videos out there of Cristiano Ronaldo walking back and forcing his other players to do a lot of the work for him. Is that something that you saw in this game at all?
It's not something I really looked out for, to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because what do you expect from him? To track back all the time? It's not what he does. I mean, that's not why he's there. Like, is he gonna? What's he gonna do? Standing in walls, maybe, but he's not gonna track back every single time unless he's going to attack. Lewandowski doesn't track back. I don't know.
Varane was a big out as well, I think, in this game. Maguire was apparently rushed back. He wasn't. I don't think he was meant to play on the weekend.
Can I tell you something, right? Can I tell you something about Maguire?
He's shit.
I've been saying it for a long time. And you know what? I was going to do one of Vincent's special technical analysis on it about defending, and I understand a lot of people were saying he was rushed back and things like that. The guy has no spatial awareness whatsoever, right? He doesn't even know where he is, doesn't know which play to go to. The amount of space he left Vardy on Vardy's goal was criminal. Like, I could not believe that is elite defending in what's supposed to be the best league of the world. I don't care if he's been rushed back or whatever. It is just a joke. Like that, he's the worst. I'm telling you, he's the worst defender.
Not only that, it's because people try and defend him and rate him highly and stuff. Like, it's just, like you just said there, criminal. He's just got a big head. That's about it. Gets those headers out.
It's an impressive
that you can't disagree with.
It's an impressive head. Let's just put it that way. Man City 2-0 over Burnley, pretty stock standard, I would say. Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne with goals.
Yep.
Nothing to report. I don't think so.
No.
Your boys, Chelsea got the win over Brentford. Did you guys catch that game?
No.
Saw the highlights. Not gonna lie, Brentford had a lot of chances, which
Really?
a
7.
lot of chances.
Yeah, it was.
Post,
It's like these FIFA stats. Yeah, Mendy was huge. If we hadn't had Mendy, we probably drew or lost.
Yeah.
But it's like FIFA stats, 17-5, 7-1, and you still come out victorious. It's like, but yeah, it's what differentiates like good teams, average teams with very good teams. Like good goalie, capitalize on chances you get. That's how you win. That's how you win leagues. So even if it's only against Brentford, like Brentford is playing very good football. They're ninth this season to be like very like just newly promoted.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the teams who are under them, well, basically more than half of the league is under them. So
Chilwell's goal was a nice hit as well.
Yeah, good football.
Check that out if you haven't.
I mean, you can't expect to win every game 4-0. I mean, it's going to happen, and it's all about, like Vincent said, grinding out those results and getting the win.
Yeah, definitely. Especially from that game, I'll definitely be happy with 3 points from that game.
Yeah.
Another game that people will be happy with is obviously Tottenham supporters 3-2 over the richest team in the world, Newcastle. Mate, this was a very interesting back and forth game. It would have been great to be a spectator there, tell you what.
I mean, if you look at the goals and the dates, the times, it's like it was close because of that own goal, right? I mean,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
If it wasn't for that own goal,
there was a lot of forward play. It looked like from Newcastle, made it look like an entertaining game.
Yeah, true. I didn't catch that one though, but
neither did I, unfortunately. So I can't give you much on this.
It's not really on top of my list watching new Tottenham games.
Or Newcastle.
Let's go to Serie A then.
Here's what the people want to see.
What the people would say. Sorry, I did miss West Ham over Everton as well. That looked like a good game too. Then Serie A 3-2. I was watching the highlights, or not the highlights. I was watching the box score of this game, and I saw Verona 2-0 up, and I was getting a little bit excited being a Juventus fan, thinking that we were going to bring back a few points, but they overturned the result. Ended up scoring on the 59th Giroud, then 76 and a 78-minute own goal got him the victory.
Again, look at it. A penalty, own goal. It's like, oh my God.
Doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win.
Jesus, yeah. But if you're a supporter, that's heartbreaking, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Imagine being Verona 2-0 up. You think, yes, it's finally going to happen. It's happening. We're going to beat them at home. Away. And then you get a penalty, own goal. Jesus.
It's these are the types of games you're getting after an international break, I find.
Yeah.
Was it Maldini again in the midfield that started for
Arsenal? What's his name? Ruben Diaz? Diaz is
Brahim Diaz, isn't it?
Yeah, Ruben Diaz is defender.
He's COVID. He's got COVID, so he's not playing that role.
How did he play? Did you see it?
I didn't watch much of this game. I just watched a lot of the highlights, so can't really comment. You're absolutely right, Saucy. Giroud still scoring, still putting them away. One of the most entertaining games of this Serie A week was Lazio Inter. I don't know if you guys caught this at all.
2 penalties.
I saw the highlights, yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal. There was a big, there was a lot of controversy around. I believe it was Felipe Anderson's goal, which was against the run of play with a player down. It was an Inter player down, and they weren't too happy about that. It was very, very hard fought, and there was a lot of a lot of animosity between these two teams. I believe it was
someone celebrated. They used to play for Inter and
yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly what happened, but
so Correa used to play for Lazio. He moved to Inter over the last transfer window. I believe it was Felipe Anderson. Was it?
Yeah,
I believe it was Felipe Anderson.
So.
Yeah,
those two are really good friends, and after the win, Felipe Anderson jumped on Correa's back. So, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there at all.
It was Felipe because he got red carded.
Yeah,
there you go, because he got red carded at the end. He was crying. I felt bad for him, but at the end of the day, like, what are you doing, man? Like, I understand they're mates, so they're just giving each other shit and stuff like that. But it's just after a game. If my mate did that to me of the other team, I would have clocked him on that.
Well, Martinez not playing in this game. I think it was again with the South Americans being held back.
I mean, Pepe Reina is still going. Gee, how old is he? 37, 38? Pepe Reina?
Pepe Reina, yeah.
Jesus.
He had a very good game as well.
39. What the hell?
39.
So Saucy said.
Yeah.
Okay, it's getting up there.
His market value is €800,000.
It's more than mine.
Yeah, definitely more than mine, especially in goals.
That's right. 10 cards in this game, so 9 yellow cards, 1 red card.
Oh, damn!
It's a big one. These are the games you see, Senator. Get around it. We'll skip over a lot of these games. Obviously, Atalanta got the pretty stock standard victory over Empoli 4-1. Napoli continues their unbelievable win streak, getting the 1-0 victory over Torino. A player that Luki absolutely, is a big advocate for and big collector for, Victor Osimhen, scored again, kind of proving that he needs to be looked at in this hobby, I believe.
Yeah, it was a nice header. To score again for him. You shared it today how many goals it is in how many games. I've forgotten now. But yeah, on fire again.
He didn't score once in his last 7 games or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think it might have been that Juventus game where he didn't score.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think every other game he scored in. I think it's starting to reflect it though, because there was a few Osimhen cards I had on watch today that ended up going for quite high prices. So I think people are starting to have a look, which is good. It's good to see.
It's crazy that he played in the Jupiter Pro League. It's like,
yeah.
He's 8 goals in 7 matches. The only game that he didn't score in the last 7 was against Fiorentina.
Oh, Fiorentina it was. Yeah.
When was the Juventus performance? How long ago was that?
Don't know, but there's the game against the Europa League game or something there, or the.
What happened? What happened in that game? Insigne missed a penalty. Goal was disallowed, and then Osimhen scored.
I didn't see the goal disallowed. He had a few other chances as well.
Crazy.
But overall, you're going to take the win. Still top of the league.
Sure.
Bit of a gap now too. What's the go to the table? If
2 points
after this.
Yeah, I'll bring it.
2 points, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the table. The top is very close, these two teams, but then it drops off dramatically. So 24 for Napoli, 22 for Milan, which is my pick to win the league this year. We'll see how that goes. Inter Milan on 17, so there's a decent drop off there. Then 17, 15 Roma, 14 Lazio, 14 Atalanta, and Juve is sure-shanking their way up, 14 winning the last 4 games.
But you look at, how we talk about how the Serie A of the past, where defense is such a big part of the game. Look at just the goals against there. So 3 for Napoli, and then everyone else. Where you got 7 for Milan, 12 for Inter, 5 for Lazio. Oh no, it's goal difference. Hold on, what am I looking at?
11.
Yeah, 3 goals against for Napoli, and then everyone else is 7, 11, 9, 13. So it's good to see them not conceding goals either as well, while still scoring so many.
Yeah. It's definitely a much more exciting league. I feel like the coaches like Sarri and Gasperini, they've brought in a style of play that is very un-Italian, but they're managing to keep the back fairly solid as well. So it's quite interesting to see. One thing I did want to mention, Luke, I know we're spending a little bit of time on this game, but these jerseys, I tell you what.
Yeah, they're the Halloween jersey that they've brought out, Emporio Armani. I think they're a limited number as well. I think it was 19,000 or something like 1,900 or something like that.
Yeah,
they cost a bit though. They're 125 euros, but they do look very good on the pitch. Very good.
The black that have the spiderweb look on it. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Yeah, they're cool.
In a game that I watched,
it's like the 5th kit they've released this season already.
I mean, and Emporio Armani need to get their money's worth. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
So 1 second, I want to go back to 1993, the 1993-4 season. AC Milan won that league back then. 36 goals scored, 15 against.
Wow.
36 scored, 15 against. That's how they won the league.
Oh my God.
So yeah, interesting to see how it all changed. Now, if you look in the same season at Lecce, they were the last one, 18th. They scored 28 goals and conceded 72. Just as a comparison for the first and the last one. But yeah, AC Milan 36-15. That's how they won the league.
Defense wins you championships at the end of the day.
Yep. All right. Sorry about that.
Especially when you've got, back then they had some elite defenders as well.
Yeah.
You might as well rely on them.
Yeah.
But they had some great attackers, though, to be honest. But anyway, before we get too deep into that, because I could talk about those 90s set it up for ages. Juve got the victory this morning, if you're an Australian. I was watching it with my daughter this morning. Moise Kean got a goal that he doesn't really know too much about, but he celebrated like he meant it. A whip-in from Teixeira, which, very surprising for him. But, the stats is kind of a game that the stats show that Roma had 15 shots on goal compared to Juventus' 6. But when you're watching it, it doesn't really reflect that all that much. I didn't really feel like Roma was overly dangerous. But there was a bit of controversy in this when it came to the penalty, which was given, but then they did miss. So it could have been a completely different game. But Juve is showing signs of a bit of a turnaround. 4 victories in a row now.
Definitely good for your boys. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I've talked about this before. Deschilio coming up, he was like a big thing, wasn't he?
I wouldn't say big thing, but he had a lot of promise.
I was gonna say there was a bit of hype around him.
Yeah. He definitely hasn't lived up to that hype.
I was gonna say
I'm not satisfied with him being a starting left back, but he did have a really good game today, in all honesty. And for whatever reason, Allegri loves him. There's just a few things wrong with this team, in all honesty, and I don't feel like Bentancur's cutting it. Bernardeschi probably not. Moise Kean, okay. If we do get Dybala back on some consistent basis, and we do get a striker like we're linked heavily to Vlahovic, if we do end up getting something like him, then I feel like I'd be a lot more confident. But I don't know, something about this team. But to answer Saucy's question, I do believe we will eventually make it to Champions League. I feel like we'll make our way there. The start was just simply Allegri, just, putting his stamp on the team that was lost over the last few years. But we'll get there. I think, but I don't think we'll win it. Cool.
Very cool.
Next,
Yep.
We'll go over to La Liga, and only a few games were played over the weekend. Levante, Getafe, Real Sociedad got the win over Mallorca. Barcelona, Valencia is probably the only one we'll probably speak about. Barcelona going 1-0 down and then coming away with the victory.
Yeah, that was a sick goal too from Valencia. It was a real hit. And then they gave it away against the interesting Barcelona. Fati scoring, Depay penalty, Coutinho. It's like every season he's playing somewhere else. It's sad to see that you can't keep consistent one team. Yeah, Coutinho.
Memphis. Oh
no, Coutinho. Yeah. It's like he went from Bayern to was it Liverpool, then he was at Barca, and he's been all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a summary, one thing I wanted to show you guys, it's a post of an Instagram account who I follow and talk to almost on a daily basis. He's really knowledgeable. He watches a lot of games, and it's actually pretty interesting because he used Dest, who we know as a back player. He used it as a right winger, and he says, "Hats off to Koeman. Dest at right wing absolutely worked. Dest was tricky and provided speed down the right flank, and that was much needed." I also feel like bringing in what they did with was it Luc de Jong? Like if you watch him play, like he's a bulldozer, right? It takes five years before he starts moving. Koeman recognized this defense isn't the strongest part of his game. I think that's also important. Everyone is always complaining about Koeman, but he knows. I mean, he's obviously a talented coach. Otherwise, he wouldn't be the position he is in. And I think that's also what happened with Bale. Back in the day when he was playing for Southampton, they moved him from I think it was right back as well to right wing because he was fast, he has the speed. Defense wasn't his best suit, so maybe that's going to happen as well with Alexander-Arnold maybe in the future. Or there was another one I forgot about him. That defense is maybe not the strongest suit. Alfonso Davies was talking about Alfonso Davies, so maybe those two players we're going to see more up the pitch in the future. So putting at right wing reduced the amount of defense he needed to do and enhance the amount of attacking. So if you see it works, then you should always explore it. Absolutely worked as he was a problem all game. I think that a lot of teams miss that. Like a player who is just annoying every single game, like just keep defense busy and opens up space for other teams. And I think in today's Barcelona team, it's much needed. As the maybe talented and experience is not like high up. So Fati and Depay is is beautiful. They link up so much better than De Jong and Depay. Overall, the front three of Fati, Depay, this is exactly what Barcelona need. Tricky, quick players that are confident on the ball but can also pick up passes. I haven't enjoyed watching Barca attack this much in a while. So if someone who watches a lot of games actually says this, then I have to go with it. I haven't enjoyed watching Barca play as a whole this much in a while. Don't get me wrong, they weren't perfect. There are a couple of holes that could be exploited, but overall today was a great success, and Koeman should be proud of his performance. So, yeah, I mean, it's good to read something like this, that they actually is trying new things, and it apparently worked. Valencia isn't like a poor team, I would say. And I mean, Fati scoring. No, it's just write-ups on all different like high-profile games or teams people are talking about. So he doesn't have really. He's not really biased, which is also very important if you write stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fati. Yeah, big shout out. So Fati scoring, Depay penalty, and Coutinho. It's good to see. Some life.
It's very hard when you've got all those young players and building that team and making it all mesh and work. You can't expect to be tearing the house on fire, but
people want things done. Season also.
Yeah, exactly right. Like but the thing is, Barca fans and Madrid fans, they're brutal.
Especially Madrid fans.
Also, sorry. Also, good news. Aguero came on in the game, 87 minutes, so it's like just to get some time, but he actually came on, so I guess he's fit again to get some more minutes behind him.
That's good.
Pedri still injured, Dembele again injured, so yeah, he's having to work with the people he has. I mean, if you cannot count on Dembele because he's been more out than in, yeah, I mean, if you compare this lineup to like 2 or 3 years ago, it's uncomparable almost. So
it's a shell of what it was.
Yeah. So he has to work with a lot of youngsters and he's trying to make it work.
Yep.
We move over to Bundesliga. 5-1 by Bayern. Now this is a game that I was following. I was following this game, right? And I swear to God, 30th minute, I saw Bayern Munich was 2-0 up.
Yeah.
I had a coffee, came back, 5-0 up. Right? I swear to God. So it was 30th minute, 34th, 35th, 37th minute. That's like, what the hell was that over Bayern Leverkusen? And that was it. That's all.
Lewandowski like stole a goal from Davies though. Like he was a tap in and he just put his foot in front of Davies and he scores a goal. Nonetheless, like I don't think Davies really cares. But 5-0.
His card collectors, on the other hand, they care. They
do. I mean, yeah, it's and also Wirtz. I'm not sure. I think it's Wirtz. He was the assist giver for Patrick Schick.
Your mate Schick,
my boy. Love him.
Yeah. So again, everyone is always talking about Wirtz. I think he has the promise of becoming a very good player. I know people already say he's the real deal and stuff like that. I mean, looking at what he's done for the under 21s, I think it was under 21s. I think he also played for Germany in the in Tokyo, and he's putting up real solid performances. So I think he's becoming a very good player. But not saying that he is, but yeah.
I love how cautious you are.
I
love how cautious you are for an 18-year-old playing in the Bundesliga, right? Now, he who shall not be named starts with a P, ends in an I. How old is he playing in the MLS? And what are his card prices?
Yeah.
Yeah, what nationality is he? What nationality is he, though?
He's the Stars and Stripes, my friend. And the fact that Pepe, price is incredibly higher than Wirtz, and Vincent is still cautious about Wirtz, should tell you everything that you need to know about prospects and investing and making sure you're watching the game and thinking before you put money down, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, that's where that game went. Then Dortmund. Now, this Haaland bloke, right, comes back from injury and just bangs around 2 goals. He's incredible, isn't he? He actually is incredible. There's not much more you can say about it.
I've got nothing else to say on him.
I have to also come back to what I've maybe once said. I watched some of his clips, and the power he has, the ability to go into duels and just like, how old is this guy? 19? I'm not, of 20. I don't know, but how he uses his body and how strong he is, the power he has it's insane. This guy, it's like, yeah, and then he also scores the goals. Like, it's not only that he provides for others, but he just finds a way to get the ball and score a goal. It's insane. I'm not saying he's the next Messi or Ronaldo, but he's, in my opinion, his raw power, his ability to score goals, I think it's insane. If he can stay fit, he will be one of the better players for the next 10 years. I don't see it in anyone else's game at the moment. Obviously, there's always new players entering the scene, but he's something else. This guy is. It's insane.
We'll put Mbappe in the same category as him. Who do you reckon in 10 years' time? Mbappe or Haaland? Who has the better career? I know Mbappe's already won, he's won a few things, but
I don't know, because as it stands right now, Mbappe wants to go to Real Madrid and Haaland wants to go to Real Madrid, or can go to Real Madrid. Now everyone's always talking about that World Cup. Yeah, the World Cup. You cannot hold a country against someone. Like, he's born in Norway. What is he gonna do?
Yeah. No, I mean individually. I mean just him as an individual.
I think if Haaland can keep at this, I think it should always go to Haaland.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mbappe can really change games. He's super fast as well. Maybe Mbappe and Haaland is like the next Messi and Ronaldo. Not the next Messi and Ronaldo, but in terms of it's always like two players that take over the scene or the highlights. And I think, why not? Like, I think Mbappe is like 21 maybe, or 22 already.
22, I think. Yeah.
I just think like the Ronaldo and Messi thing was a lot to do with goals, like how many goals they scored during the season. I don't think that Mbappe is going to be that type of player long term. Like I feel like his shooting it leaves a lot to be. He kind of has that one across the body straight shot all the time. Like he tries it too many times, almost be too predictable. He kind of needs to. I feel like he needs to develop his shooting a little bit more. When that's probably me being overly critical, but when you compare that to Haaland's shooting, he's just oh my god, he's just incredible.
I feel like Mbappe is much more reliant on speed than Haaland. Haaland has that raw power, and I think over time, as you said, Mbappe is gonna become slower. He cannot keep running like this for the next 10 years, or maybe he can. We don't know yet. And Haaland, that power of it's gonna develop. Like he's gonna be more strong. He's gonna learn. It's like how do you defend someone like that, man? He's 190 or something. Like he's stalled. He's super strong. Like his finishing ability is already above his XG. Like he only will become better, I guess, with the more experience he get. And if he goes to Real Madrid, like it's something different than Dortmund. So long term, I would say Haaland. But again, maybe in 2 years' time, there's a guy coming through that is something different as well. So we don't know.
Did you guys, just on Haaland as well, did you guys see the clip that the Bundesliga posted during the week of him? He stacked the 3 balls on
each other. It looked like the Ronaldinho commercial where he hits the crossbar 4 times. Yeah. It instantly reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I was actually more impressed with him balancing the balls like that.
So was I was like, Jesus. Is there anything this guy can't do?
Yeah. I guess what Vincent said about Mbappe, it really resonated with my thought about, if Ronaldo had to completely change his game to, keep playing, and he's the physical specimen that he is, if he was not able to maintain that pace, I highly doubt that Mbappe will be able to do that as well. So he probably have to change.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think Mbappe could sort of evolve his game to keep up with what his body can put?
Too many variables.
Where would you put him in? Then where will you? Like he can dribble, sure, but there's a lot of people that can dribble. He's just insanely fast right now. That's the thing. Like it's hard to keep up with him. Like if he loses that edge, where are you gonna put him? It's not. I don't see him banging cutting inside and banging goals. So where you're gonna put him as a target man as well? Like just run behind the lines, maybe. I don't know. It's
I
don't know. It's hard.
It's tough one.
Speaking of Mbappe, they got the victory and he did score.
Debated, don't worry.
It was a penalty
from the penalty spot. That was a bit of controversy in this game. I didn't see it, but I heard there was a bit of controversy.
Not sure. Look at
I remember seeing it.
I think I said it on the midweek, on the stream of this weekend. But I actually calculated. So Angers total team value is like 113 million, right? The total net worth of.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The players PSG brought on was more than Angers' full value. And still it's like 2-1. And they still had Mbappe. I mean, it's a disgrace, man. I'm going to say it like it is. It's a disgrace. Jesus Christ. That's you bring on players that are worth more than the entire opposition team, and you had to have a penalty. Again, a penalty to get to cross the line. Jesus Christ, really.
It's wild stuff.
Makes me mad. And then people say they're gonna win the Champions League. Why? Because they have Messi now. They can barely skip a win against Angers. Jesus.
Yeah, so we were just saying bailed out by VAR.
Yeah.
I love the passion, Vincent. Jeez.
They're not. They are not going to win the Champions League. I keep saying it, and it's gonna happen. They're not gonna win it.
Well, it's hard to debate against Dortmund at the moment. Let's be honest.
Bayern Munich.
No, sorry, Bayern Munich. Sorry, the wrong German.
I was going to say, you taking the piss. I was going to say, you taking the piss.
Dortmund have Gio Reyna, man. Like,
Yeah.
They got Haaland. He's 11 players, basically.
No. It's hard to debate against Bayern Munich. Very hard.
Even City, you still have Liverpool who's coming together. It's like, unless they have a really easy pot, then I don't see it.
Don't count us out, Vincent.
Sorry?
Don't count us out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams that are really performing, and in a system like the Champions League, like we've seen crazy stuff happen in the last couple of years. So
exactly, Man United, don't forget about them.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Moving along to the hobby. A set just came out this week, which is the Donruss. I'm very excited about this one. The Donruss 21-22 Road to Qatar set, which is a hobby box containing 30 cards per pack.
60 cards. Jesus
There
Christ.
You go. 30 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. 1 autograph and 1 relic, 72 optic base. Jeez, that's a lot of optic base. 12 optic parallels, 60 additional inserts and parallels. It's a hell of a lot of cards, as you said. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, hold on. Is that like the checklist? There's going to be 12 optic base cards?
I believe it's
the checklist. The checklist is.
Oh, sorry. Is that the checklist? Sorry, my bad. I've read it wrong.
So.
Completely read it wrong.
Because it's even worse. It's 30 cards per pack and 12 cards per box. It's even worse than that.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it makes it quite a strange makeup.
Yeah, but 72 base, it doesn't seem too bad. The 12 optic parallels is something that I'm going to be
interested in. Hold on a second. Sorry, Lukey. It says here. It says out of these dot points here, it says 1 autograph, 1 relic. 72 optic base.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
So this is actually what's in the actual
That's
box.
In the box. So there's going to be 72 optics.
Bases,
like your Donruss will be the base, and optics say like I don't know, maybe a refractor, and then your optic parallels. I don't know if they're going to be all numbered. Who knows? It's an interesting makeup though.
It's been a while since I was excited for a release, and I think this comes close. But then again, 360 cards in the box.
That's a lot of cards.
It's gonna be a flood fest, I would call it, and it's if everyone is out there for these things, the amount of cards that will get on the market is going to be insane. So if you buy this box, you better hope for a very good optic parallel or a good auto, or one of these 60 additional inserts that are worth grading. Otherwise, it's going to be 360 cards down the drain.
Plenty of doorstops for you, as you say.
Yeah, and it's also, we have no idea how much this box is going to cost. So
yeah,
I think that's the biggest one. If the price makes sense, if it's not $750 or something stupidly like that, maybe. But then again, what do you have to pull? We have no checklist, so...
just Optic's probably my favorite brand across any card, so I'm very excited for this to come out. Will I buy hobby? I don't know. Again, depends on the price. I might just get retail. We'll see what happens. Maybe try and get some blasters, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how price comes out and what sort of rookies are in there as well. But overall, excited.
Look, the Donruss set from last year or the last Donruss set that they had in soccer was brilliant.
Awesome.
I loved the look of the cards there. And there was just tremendous amount of rookies in that set as well, which just stood apart. There was Chiesa, who else was there? Sancho, Foden. It just was the perfect set in my book, and I love the look of the cards. It's kind of got that retro type look.
Yeah,
but that begs the question: what are the rookies that would make this set a worthwhile hold long term? Because I can't really think of many, if any, outside of that, like, the Barca rookies.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they work it. because like we saw in Euro Mosaic, there was some players who had RCs on there that already had other cards out already. So it'd be interesting to see how they sort of work that out. They're all in the international kits as well, I believe. I thought it was going to be. I wasn't sure whether it was all international or not, but seeing as it's Road to Qatar, it is. It'd be interesting to see what they do, especially when there's so many cards in a box.
Yeah, 360 cards is a lot of them.
Mm.
But as you said, like, who is really worth picking up from that set? That's the thing. Like, if it's a checklist of like 15 rookies, then maybe. But I don't know, actually.
If it's World Cup, I mean, you know how many teams there are in the World Cup these days. So that's probably why they had to make it.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be a huge checklist if you think about it. The checklist is going to be huge.
Well, one of the interesting things is the Kaboom cards that are going to be included here. So I know that's very, very sought after, but depending on the price of the hobby box, would you just go out and buy it unless it is a Messi or Ronaldo?
I probably. It depends on the price. It all depends on how much they're going to come. Especially, I doubt the Kabooms are going to come out of retail as well, as in your blasters.
Well, what's the price you would want it to be? Like, what's the maximum you would pay for this? You obviously don't know the checklists, but what's the price you would pay for something like this?
What do I think, or what would I pay?
Both.
What I think, based off Mosaic and everything that's come out, I'm thinking around the 500 to 600 US mark. What I'd pay, it's hard. Just me personally, probably not more than 300. I wouldn't be paying more than 300.
You then?
There's a lot of cards. Probably 300 as well. I'd probably agree with that. I wouldn't pay.
What do you think it's going to come out as?
I think it'll come out at 500.
Yeah.
As we were saying before. But I just don't see any, like, outside of the rookies. I collect rookies, right? That's what's got significance and appeal to me. Anything after that is, even if it's a numbered card, even if it's like a one-on-one, how much are we supposed to care about it?
Then again, I just thought of it now. You know how you were saying just rookies. This will be a World Cup product, so this will be a first World Cup for a fair few players as well.
Yeah, but long term, I think that the Prism World Cup will leave this set in its dust.
That was actually what I was thinking as well. I was going to bring up. What do you think about this product when we can be pretty certain that they're going to release World Cup Prism at the end of or closer to the tournament?
Yeah, look, I mean, let's say Haaland was in this set, right? And that was his rookie, and he's going to get a rookie in this set as well as a World Cup set. Then sure, definitely. But if Gavi is the player that we're looking for as the rookie in this set, I don't see it having a lot of legs, and that is probably an indictment of most of the products coming out next year. Lord Saucy says, only thing that matters is the autos and numbered stuff of star vets.
Well, then the question comes, which autos are we going to have, and are they going to be much different to what we've already had? Being as they're all going to be sticker, I'm assuming they're all going to be sticker.
It's not. I don't know. With product like this, it's always difficult because this feels like, are we going to give them Donruss, keep them busy until we have the Prism stuff? And as you said, like what's the real value of one of one if it's in every single release and every single year and every single box? It's like, other than that, yeah. I don't know. Is it really only in their international kits? Because the optic before had Mbappe in his PSG and France kit, right?
But I'm assuming this being like a road. That's what I would have thought as well. But since it says Road to Qatar, I'm assuming it's going to be like a preset to the World Cup. So I'm assuming it's going to be
how many teams are in the World Cup? 36 now?
Nah, more 40 something, isn't it?
I think 48 was 2026. No.
Oh, is it? Hold on.
Yeah, so I'll bring this up again. It says here,
there we go.
Where are we? So 2021-22 Donruss soccer checklist sticks with
32.
20 of the best national teams in the world.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
So
what?
20. It's only going to focus on 20 of the best national teams in the world.
So 25 rated rookies as well.
25 rated rookies.
We're sure that it's going to be like France, Brazil, Belgium, Spain, Italy. So you can almost make the checklist already. You can almost make it. The best or most popular ones. It's easy.
Australia.
If you use the ESPN list of top teams in the world,
I don't know who dares to put something like this out there. I would, if I was the editor or if I would work there and it was my responsibility to put on television, I would fire the guy. I would get rid of him. How? No, I'm not gonna be started. It's like Jesus.
Think about it though. They're in the game of getting clicks. Yeah, that's got all three of us talking about it and riled up about it. That we've had to bring it up. So I guess they're doing something right.
It works. It obviously works. It's
that guy's getting a promotion.
Probably like the most clicked article ever for them.
Yeah.
But
most comments too. Doesn't matter if they're positive or negative. Just most comments.
Engagement is key, I guess.
Exactly.
For them. Like it's just soccer for them. So if it generates clicks, then it works.
Yeah.
But I would block them immediately if I would see it.
I forgot his name. The guy who actually picked that team. That picked that. I want to.
He had like Saudi Arabia at number 8 or something. I cannot remember.
Wasn't Italy not in there?
Belgium was not in there.
No, Italy wasn't in there.
Yeah. Belgium not. Italy not.
He just won the Euro. Like, don't worry about it. Fuck it up. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, moving along. We were just talking about the products coming out next year and the rookies or the lack thereof. What does this say about the state of the soccer market and potentially the card market as a whole? Where do you think we're at this stage? I'll start with you, Vincent.
I'm not sure if we're anywhere.
Okay.
I think in the last year and a half, everyone was always speculating where the market should be going or was heading, and there were a lot more people coming into the market, and it was going to explode. I'm still waiting for that explosion, like the real one, because obviously prices went up, but I feel like that was because of a lot of Americans came over, and after the flippers disappeared, kinda, I feel like it's okay. I don't know anyone that I didn't know before that is all of a sudden talking about cards. Like I'm still waiting for people to come up to me, or friends I know, or friends of friends. I don't know. Like I didn't see it grow here. Maybe that's just because of it's Belgium. But we were supposed to have a card show. It's still nowhere near, and we can fully do it. So it's not that it's not allowed. It's just I'm not sure if interest died or something like that. But the card show, not heard about it. Some people I knew I've met through collecting that actually lived close by, stopped collecting or lost interest in it. So I'm not sure. Also, there's more card shows now in the UK. I feel like I see a lot more people post about card shows, and it's there's people, but it's also, I think it has some influence from the States. So it's only like these young guys, young graded guys, and then there's a big drop off in rarity or vintage or. So I'm not sure where the market is at. Also, if you look at the prices, they're either super cheap or extremely expensive. I feel like there's the in between feels a bit gone. Maybe it's because PSA takes forever to release these cards, and if they get released, it's always the same one. Everyone was sending the same cards to PSA because back like a year and a half ago, every card like those were the desired ones. If it takes 1.5 years for the card to come out, obviously price is going to drop. But I feel like a lot of the same cards get graded, unless it's vintage. Vintage still has very low pops. I'm talking about real vintage, not like 1990. I'm talking about 20, 30, 50, whatever. And those can still be worth it. But I feel like all these new ones, unless you pull like a 1 of 10 auto whatever of someone, like the 2021 Merlin Pedri was like $4 now base. So unless you pull something insane out of that Merlin box, it's even for a product like that, it can be hard to get your money back because you still have to pay. If you go with SGC, still costs you 28. So I'm not sure where the market is at, to be honest. There's always people that hype stuff up, obviously, and then there's, I guess, people like me that are not sure. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think or have to say.
Well,
what do you think, Luke? I'm going to bring this one up for you.
This is exactly what I was going to say. To be honest, I was like Vincent. I was like, where's the market sort of at the moment, or what's sort of happening? I was sort of just thinking about it, and then in the pre-shows, we were just getting some stuff ready. We found this. So this is a Karim Adeyemi gold auto out of 50 that's on current bids at $229.50 US, with 6 days to go. So what the fuck? Like that, like you said before, it either feels like stuff's very cheap, like Sancho. Again, Sancho Optic PSA 9s, they're like 30, 35, 40 US max. And then you got these autos from Finest. Yeah, it's numbered, and yeah, it's an auto, and yeah, it's a rookie, but it's $230 US. So I feel like it's either very expensive or very cheap.
Because let's say this one sells for, because it's already at 230 with 6 days left. Let's say this sells for 750. What does he have to do?
750. Fuck, here I go.
Well, I don't know. I say let's say. Imagine it goes. Yeah. Imagine it goes for 750. What does he have to do to become even more valuable? Like the guy is 19 and plays for Leipzig. I mean,
I don't know.
So
no, he plays at Salzburg.
Ah, Salzburg. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, true.
So it's probably even lesser, I guess.
So it's either it sounds nice. Yeah, it's a gold auto out of 50, but I mean. Okay, and it's still raw. You still have to grade it. If it grades a 6, what then?
Well, then you're screwed. If it grades a 9 or a 10, you're gonna make a bit though.
Sure, but
then again, that's a risk you're willing to take.
They look like legit bids as well.
Yeah. I was just
looks like
as you were.
Yeah,
it's wild. I saw this before and I was like, what the hell is going on here? I can just think of so many better things to do with $230 US, and that's right now, than buy this. Like, I don't know.
I just bought a soccer card lot just recently, and you should see that the price that I got a lot of these cards for was ridiculous. And then I'll look at this and just shaking my head. So as Saucy said, SGC soccer cards on eBay right now are crazy cheap. And funny you say that, because I do have some of your posts that you did make in the group chat. So
that's fucking ridiculous, this one here.
So for you guys on the podcast, we're looking at an SGC 9.5 near mint, 2008 Panini sticker of Luka Modric. So this is his rookie sticker, $4.98 US. This went for.
I can't believe that. I wish I saw this, because I actually would have bought it.
I mean, it's not much of a risk, is it? I mean, the cost of grading is significantly more than that.
He's a Ballon d'Or winner, for fuck's sake. And
is this his rookie?
Yeah, it is.
I've
seen, it is.
I looked at Trading Cards database and my sticker, whatever it is, and I couldn't find one earlier than 2008.
Yeah.
I understand it is a 7.5. I get it, but hey, $5.
Not a bad.
Well, what's going to happen, man? You're gonna lose money on that? Someone's going to say, no, I'm going to pay you $3 for it, and you lose $2. What's the risk there? It just seems insane to me. And you're talking about one of the best midfielders of the last how many years?
10, let's say 10 years. Yeah.
10 years. And this one here,
he's a Ballon d'Or winner.
He's a Ballon d'Or winner, exactly right.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Now this one here, look,
that's pissed me off that I missed that auction, because I actually would have bought that.
There you go.
Now I'm annoyed.
Sometimes these go under the radar. I get it.
SGC 9.5 top score Merlin. Yeah, I would have bought that one. $20, Jesus. Yeah.
This is a Jude Bellingham out of the Merlin set. It is a base, But for $19.50, it's way less than the cost of grading, especially if you need to send it from Australia.
What's SGC at the moment? 30 US?
28.
28. What did this one go for? Because I saw the Neymar here. What did this go for? Because I saw since he sent a photo. What did it go for? Is it
so if you're still in the chat, let us know. Let us know.
WCCF, love it. Love it.
He said, throw your base million in the bin.
Yeah.
So this is Neymar's second year here. SGC 9 we're looking at from WCCF.
Yeah.
Love it.
Don't know what it went for in the end. Santos
I'm not sure. See if
it's nice looking too. I really like it.
Looks good with the in the SGC slab too.
Yeah, with black.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah.
It does sound like Neymar is giving up on his career, in all honesty. I wouldn't be investing in Neymar cards or significant amount in Neymar cards.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's throwing in the towel or just going through the motions.
He said after 2022 he feels like it's going to be his last World Cup because he's not mentally up to it. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to drive anymore, something like that. Yeah.
That worries me. That worries me if I'm a PSG, if I'm the owner of PSG. And it would worry me if I invested a lot in his cards as well.
Definitely.
I don't know. The sunk card market, it's got to slow down. You know what I mean? Like this is just naturally what happens, and then it picks up again, and then slows down. But it's just interesting that it's happened kind of at the start of the season, as attention's supposed to be coming back.
In terms of, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to add, I feel like I agree. It definitely feels like we're in some sort of a lull at the moment.
SGC 9 was on bin for $400, the Neymar, I think he's talking about.
What was it?
So talking about Neymar, if you look at Brazil's all-time leading goal scorers, Pele is still holding the record, I think, with 77 goals. Neymar's at 70. I'm pretty sure he's going to get past that 77. So you're looking at Neymar as the all-time leading goal scorer for Brazil.
Doesn't feel like it though.
No, yeah, I was going to agree with you.
No, but I mean, stats are just stats. I mean, if he already surpassed Ronaldo, so he's second after Pele. And we're talking about Brazil. We're not talking about Ecuador or Costa Rica. So
do you think he's just saying that though, or do you genuinely think that he's not going to?
I've just seen it in him. I've just seen it.
What's his incentive in saying it and not meaning it?
Yeah.
Why would you say stuff like that if you didn't meant it? Maybe he wants to bring awareness to players' mental state or something. I don't know. But it's Neymar. Like it looks like he's having fun on the pitch, like not making people and rainbow flicking people. Now he gets to play with Messi and Mbappe, and just this team is insane. So I don't see why he would bring something like that up if he didn't mean it. Or is this something behind it? Like, as I said, mental state issues that he wants the league to take a look at, or whatever. Or maybe he needs some vacation. But don't tell me like a guy like Neymar isn't fired up for a World Cup. The thing also is he's now 29. So next year's World Cup, then let's see, when is his birthday? February. Then he's 30. And then you have to add in another 4 years of getting tackled and abused. And because let's be honest, he gets tackled like every single game 5-6 times. Does he deserves it? I don't think so. He just very dangerous on the ball. Like, he can dribble the entire opponent team. So he just gets fouled a lot. I would be mad as well. Like, just leave me alone. Let me be. If you get like tackled 25 times in a game, I would be rolling over the floor as well as he does. So I don't think it's easy for him. And that's it. Yes, he makes a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. But imagine playing a game you love and you get fouled 12 times in a game. Like, I would be like, get me off. Go, fuck this. Like,
especially with the amount of games in a season this year.
Yeah.
Like nowadays too, with your league, Champions League,
and it's like he plays
competitions.
Yeah, and he plays for Brazil, so it's not like he's not gonna say no. I'm not gonna play a game. Like, of course he's gonna play a game. Then he has Champions League. He has cup games. Every single competition there is almost like he can be in. He's in. So, of course, Euros is different because he's from Brazil, but it's like then he plays a CONCACAF. He's everywhere. Then he gets fouled 25 times a game. I would be fuck this.
Hey, it's good money to get belted every game. It's not bad.
Yeah, but, I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, sure, but I would be mad too. I think people underestimate that what he does as well. Like the only thing they see is him rolling over the floor, but he always draws defenders to him, creating space for others. He can pass some players. How many players do you know by like just now that can dribble 1-2 players and just get the ball away? Like maybe Messi, Ronaldo, Salah can do it as well. But we're talking about 4 players, including Neymar. Out of how many players?
Yeah.
So he's very talented. But if I get fouled 25 times a game, I would be mad too.
Yeah. It definitely has something to do with his style of play and the way he does play the game with his flicks and tricks and stuff like that.
That's just the flair he has. Like, how many players does it still have that? Like, imagine the world of football without Neymar. Everyone is just doing the same thing. So
that's true.
I don't think people just appreciate him because the only thing they see is him rolling over the floor.
Yeah. And maybe because like if you think about what he's won the Champions League, La Liga, Ligue 1. So he doesn't really have a World Cup as the big thing, and he doesn't have a Continental Cup either. I don't believe he doesn't. He hasn't won Copa America, has he?
Well, he won already so much. Let's see: Olympic medalist, Super Cup winner, Copa Libertadores, Confederations Cup winner, Brazilian Cup winner, French League Cup winner, French Cup winner, Spanish Super Cup winner, French champion, Champions Cup winner, Spanish champion, Puskás Award, Footballer of the Year, 3 times top scorer, Champions League winner. Like, I mean,
he's still going to be a a player that's remembered in the long term. Like,
especially if he can pass that Pele mark, then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then he's right there.
As I say, just going back, I don't know if we're going to move on now. Where do you think? So, usually the market, I sort of look at it as, is it focused heavily on vintage and say pre-modern? So I know you say vintage is like 1980 and like before and stuff like that, yeah. But I mean like 2000 is my cutoff. So 2000 and I will say 2010 and beyond. So we'll call that modern, and we'll call everything before that vintage. Where do you think the market's sort of at the moment?
Oh, modern, I think. There's some people, there's some people that dabble in pre-modern. That's what I would call your 1990 to 210, I would say. Yeah, there's some people that understand it, that there's the value, I would say. Because then we're talking about Maldini, then we're talking about all these greats that we've grown up watching. The players right now.
We'll split into 3. We'll call it like ultra. We'll call it ultra modern, pre-modern, which is that period you're talking about, and then everything before that is vintage.
I still believe super modern then. Like, how many people do you hear talk about Maldini and Netfit and no one? The only 2 names you hear about that period is Messi and Ronaldo, and then it starts Mbappe, Haaland, Reina, Pulisic. Those are all the players who are new. So unless you're really into it and it's like Del Piero, like damn, bought that beautiful Del Piero auto. That's still from that period. So no one, not many people are dabbling into it. Even Messi, Ronaldo, that's it. And then it starts MLS, and then all these new guys that played 1 game and scored 1 goal. So I think it's super modern.
So this is the dilemma that I have. I feel like Soccer Cards is at its crossroads right now because a lot of these rookies came out, and it's not like NBA where there's a draft every year, right? Sometimes you go through a year or 2 years where there aren't any unbelievable players, and I feel like we're starting to see signs of it now. I'll get there. Don't worry about that. But I feel like we're at a crossroads in that going forward, there aren't an unbelievable amount of new rookies coming out unless they come out of nowhere that we've never heard of them before.
Yep.
Does it go into a direction where it stagnates, and because there isn't that rookie appeal, it kind of wanes the soccer card market? Does it, potentially get pumped up by these influencers as much as possible, or does the shift go to that pre-modern and vintage road? Right, that's what I would love to see. I would love to see it go down that road. I really would. But is that realistically what's going to happen, given that Adeyemi cards are going like crazy? And I'll go back about forcing the issue. What I meant by that is this MLS Chrome Sapphire set, right? Pushing the Caden Clarks and pushing them to be collector's items and the next big thing in the hobby and what you should be focusing your money on, investing and all the rest of it. That is a stretch that I have never seen before, ever, right? And I feel like the only reason why it's coming about is that there's a lot less to talk about now that, the rookie cards of Haaland have kind of flowed through the system already. I'm actually worried about the card market, soccer card market, if it doesn't take a shift to the greats, which I want it to.
Well, look at that Modric, for example. He's a Ballon d'Or winner, and that was $5. Yeah,
$7.5.
I know. Like, it's his rookie sticker. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It like logically it has to logically, but we talked about this last week. How simplifying our thinking of what should happen, and living in an ideal world versus what we're actually in. Who knows what happens? I saw we just sound like depressos every time. We just sound like depressos about the market every time we talk, but. It's where we're at. I feel the hobby, exactly. It's the state of it. Yeah,
like you either try to come up with a product and then try to pump and dump it, or you go a logical way, and that's what we talk about. Like, I'm not saying Modric should be $500, but comparing him to like a 19-year-old guy that just scored his first or second goal in the MLS, and those cards go for 10 times as much. It's like, I'm not sure. But then again, I think it goes for a lot of things in life. I'm not going to be too much out there. But if you would ask people whether you want to invest in blue chip stocks or like more speculative ones, people would go for the speculative ones because it's more exciting. Like, there's more to it. You have to follow it. It goes up and down. You know that the Apple and the Teslas, they go up in time, and it will keep going. It goes up, down, but over a longer period of time, it goes up. Like the Caden Clark, you maybe have a 1 week opportunity, or 2 week, or 3 week opportunity to buy him and sell him for an insane profit. But that's what gets people excited, like those young speculative things. So
yeah, the unknown.
I think the more speculative, the more action. They're young, they're exciting, you don't the real gamble. I think that's what I would call it. It's a real gamble, but that's what people love to do.
Buying these American youngsters is more than a gamble for me. That's more than a gamble. Like, if you're buying European players that are, playing in Serie A and playing well, and playing in the Bundesliga maybe and playing well, and aren't Haaland, that's $4,000. I'd say that's a gamble. But buying MLS players because they've scored 1 goal, that's I don't even see that as a gamble. I just see it as wasting your money, to be honest. I'll be perfectly honest. Might be harsh, but
it's just because of where the MLS is. If the MLS, if the world would consider the MLS as a top 10 league, or even top 7, whatever, then maybe. But not sure where we put the MLS. It's like it's maybe a good, like, obviously a lot more Americans get into European teams, and that's good. But
Vincent, how much of that is the players unbelievable, or how much is that marketing?
Probably second more, but yeah, true. but they're still playing there. Like they have a chance to come on the pitch, score a goal against a top club. Like it's if one of these guys comes on the pitch and they're playing for Bologna and they score a goal against Juventus, I'm just saying something, but it's out there. Like Europeans know about it and it's okay. But I don't know. I just don't consider the MLS something huge. Marketing is also obviously, but
I'm with you totally.
I don't know.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know. There's the whole patriotic factor that we found last year, and I purely think the whole MLS and Pepe hype is trying to replace the Haaland thing with somebody else who's new and in new products. And hold on a second, he's American, so let's push that. It ticks all the boxes.
Do you maybe feel because there's less flipping going on that people try to create narratives to flip those things?
Absolutely, without a doubt. I mean, I could be very specific, but I don't want to put people under the bus. But yes, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like sometimes we've seen the craziest things go up in value over the last year. Maybe is like so many different stuff got like a little bit time to shine. I also feel like a lot of flippers left. A lot of these. That's why we don't see these Prism cards at 4.5K anymore. I think because people realize it was never meant to be that expensive. I still feel like a 2014 Prism Messi PSA 10 for 300 is expensive. Yeah. But compared to 4.5K, but
at the end of the day, it's a 10th year Messi card if you're not looking at what brand it is.
Yeah, but it's the first year of Prism. You don't understand.
Yeah, but if you look at it primarily on what card it is, in terms of his career, like it's a 10th year card. I know you've been saying that from the start because I remember I used to watch your YouTube videos back then. You're like, "This is a 10th year card. Why are people buying it?" And I was like, "Fucking, it's a great."
I actually made a series about like watching, like taking 5 important, recognizable players out of a set, and then actually watching or going back to that year and see what he actually did in that year. Because if you look at 2014 Prism Messi Ronaldo, they didn't do anything in that World Cup. Like, let's take a look. 2014 Prism. Now we're on it. 2014.
No, I've got it prepared for you.
There we go.
Bring that up. Let me just go through the chat just quickly. Saucy's all about us in the chat now. Stop talking about Modric, Mukoku, or Bellingham. Who is better? Quick take, Vincent.
I would say Bellingham because we've seen more of him.
Lukey?
I agree, Bellingham. Bellingham, and because he was at the Euros, also again seen more.
Saucy says first year Prism in basketball's nuts, but it doesn't translate to football. I agree.
The thing is, when Fanatics comes out as well, what happens to the whole Prism brand? Is Prism still seen as this massive thing when Fanatics comes around and changes everything? If they do,
I don't know because. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. It's a good question because what the Prism brand of what Prism brand of All Stars, they won't have the licensing for any new things going forward.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is Prism still going to be that thing when Fanatics comes around and changes the whole thing? Like what's the first year of this is basketball talk? Actually, I'll save for crunch time. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Keep going. I've just had an idea, Saucy. If you're still listening.
You're leaving the soccer fans in suspense, mate.
They don't know. Nah, they don't care. It's about basketball. It's all good.
All right. So
Saucy's writing notes in the chat. He's writing notes. Yeah, go on.
I've got the 2014 Prism FIFA World Cup hobby box. Last sold for this is Australian dollars, so 10 grand Australian dollars, but it ends up being $8,000 US.
Okay, so Messi in the 2014 World Cup, he reached the final but lost. Ronaldo went out in the group stages. And those are the most too expensive, I would say. base cards PSN in there. So they're going for 300. You pay 8,000 for this box. Even if you pull a silver PSN, it's not gonna cover you the cost. So why are you buying this box for? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't see it. $8,000. I don't know.
It's got the Neymar rookie tournament.
Yeah. What did Brazil do? Brazil, they lost in the semifinals.
So yeah, look, to be fair, I don't think a lot of this correlates with their performance in that
but
tournament.
That's what I mean. You have arguably the three best pulls, base, silver, whatever in there. That no one won it. And in the box is going for 8,000. Now, obviously, that's me being a football fan, a soccer fan, and looking at where the card is in the player's history, or what does it mean for that player. So if you go that route, obviously that's not happening here because 8,000. But you don't have to buy these players thinking they did something that year. Messi scored like 58 goals in the competition, so that's crazy. But he also scored 72, so it wasn't even his best performing season. Yeah. He lost the final, so I don't know.
Like if you think about it, like that in terms of what they actually achieved at the tournament, you'd rather buy Ronaldo's 2016 Euro where they won than buy his 2014 Prism.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Sauce says invest. Like, is this investing? I don't see this as investing. Like, I mean, 8,000 I would invest in Tesla instead of 2014 Prism. Like, why would you buy this box for $8,000? What do you think is gonna happen? Go to 15 in 10 years? I don't know.
If I had $8,000 to spend on a card, on cards or any sort of investment, I'm definitely not buying this. Buy
Peles, buy Crafts, buy Garinchas, buy Maradonas. Like, why 8,000 in a 2014 Prism?
Maybe he's gonna do like a mega. Maybe he's doing a mega break.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he thinks. Maybe he thinks pulling a one of 5 Pele auto or something. I don't know.
If you bought this and you're listening to it and you're listening to this, please send us a message and you can come on and explain what you're thinking is. Because once again, like the MLS stuff that we talked about last week, I don't get it. So if you want to come on here and explain your reasoning, feel free.
Yeah, would love to hear people.
We just want to talk. It's all right. We just want to talk.
So do you think it's the Pele auto that's kind of bringing this up?
To be honest, I don't know.
I'm not even sure what's already out there. Like first Prism or okay, that's a question.
There's a few questions in the chat, guys. I see yours, Adam, or the two Adams. We're going to quick fire questions at the back end of the show, so stick around for that. This is a very interesting one.
For me, it's overvalued, overpriced, overhyped.
Sure.
That's
I think that's a consensus. We'll move over to the next box that we're going to look at. Oh, it's the same one. Moving over to the 2017-18 Topps Chrome UEFA Champions League Soccer Hobby Box. Last sold.
It is though. It is like his first card. I'll give
it. I like how they do Mbappe rookie question mark. I like it.
He's not sure, but maybe it is. But it's sold for more than the other one. So
he's doing something right. This guy, he knows what he's doing. It's just as good as like PSA 10 question mark.
Yeah. So last sold Propstein was $1,845 $22 bids on that one. The one before was 2,000. So it's very, very slight dip, but it all looked around that 2,000 range.
Are we talking like over under on the price on this? What we think it's sort of valued at?
Yeah, it's got undervalued, overvalued. What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna say properly because it's Mbappe's rookie. It's the first set of Topps Chrome for Champions League, and sort of back to Mbappe, comparing where Haaland's prices are compared to his for his rookie card. I'd say this is properly rated. I'm definitely not buying it at $2,000. Let's just put it that way.
What does the Mbappe rookie go for?
685 in PSA 10 base.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought it was more than that.
Last
Shit,
Unsold
okay.
was the 15th. It's just a base in his PSG kits, 685.
Okay, I can check that later what a 9's going for, but okay. Well, saying that, I guess it's overvalued then.
Wait, a 9 PSA 9 refractor, silver refractor is 900.
Oh, definitely overs then. Definitely overs. I didn't realize it was that. I thought they were more than that, to be honest. The last time I checked, they were more. Yeah, overs then. Overs based on that.
In my opinion, if you can't get the box price back on a silver refractor, if you can't even get the box price back, what's the point? So that's way overrated. What do you think? It's I assume the same.
I love the 2017 Topps Chrome. I think it's a very nice set. It's better looking than Prism, in my opinion. So I would go for this one, especially looking at the price. I still believe this is way overpriced. But I would rather spend the $8,000 on 4 of these than on 1 Prism.
There you go. I like it.
So still overvalued, but I like this one more than the Prism.
Fair call.
Cool. The next box we have... Oh, way overvalued.
Overs, yeah.
The next box is another Prism set, 1920 Panini Prism Premier League, the first Prism Premier League set, going for around that 800 US range. That was what the last few sold was. Lukey, overvalued, undervalued, properly valued. Firstly, what's a chaser in this set? What's the
I was
going to
say it's a hard one. I'm just trying to think who the chase cards are. There's a lot of first Prisms in this. It's the first league set that came out in Prism as well, so that has some sort of I guess value to people. They feel like Rashford, for example's first.
Pulisic, where he's holding his shirt.
Yeah, there's that one for Chelsea. I'm gonna have to say overs as well, but not by much. Though I'd say it's around the 600 mark. Personally,
I like this comment by DDC.
Pulisic's first Prism.
Oh, I like it.
But if you think about it, that's huge for the American market. Prism, and he's their golden. I'll call him. I'm not going to say golden child. I'll say the golden player. So yeah, golden boy. That's probably the word to go for. So yeah, but still overs. Still overs.
Yep.
There's some really nice cards in here. I'm not gonna lie. You also have the Color Blast. Lot of
in this as well, yeah.
I think so, or is it the Color Blast? I'm not sure. But if you look at the prices, even the Christian Pulisic base PSA 9 is $20. If you look at the silver, it's $50.
Wow.
So it's pretty cheap. You also have the Phil Foden Emergence cards in there. Not that it's worth anything, but it's like Foden Prisms. Obviously, you have a Fred as well.
Kaboom and Color Blast. DD6.
Yeah.
DD6
both.
In the chat.
Both, yeah. So I think there's a lot of nice cards in here. But for 700, again, I'm trying to think what you have to pull to get your money back. And if even a Pulisic silver PSA 9 is only going for $50, I'm not sure what you have to pull, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these have been ripped. Because if you look at the sold listings, I mean, I'm looking at a Ronaldo Rio Ferdinand duo 1 of 10 auto. Stuff like that has already been pulled. Van Persie autos, look at Modric autos, David Beckham's. I mean, so many stuff already has been pulled. So I'm not sure what there's actually still available in these boxes somewhere that you can make your money back. So I would say it's overpriced. Also, only 144 cards. I mean, only. A lot of them are just base. So I don't think you can make your money back.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's overpriced, but maybe not dramatically so. Maybe 600 or maybe 600.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Just
slightly
overs.
Yeah.
Slightly overs, yeah.
There you go.
Not as much as that 2014 Prism. That's fucking ridiculously over.
I love how we end it, always referring back to that one.
It's either Prism or Pepe. One of them is going to cop it.
Exactly. They always get slammed. Merlin 2020, 2021, going for about 450. The last two sold. The one before that was 388. 400-ish, probably average. What's your thoughts?
Well, considering the base cards are going for so cheap now, and then again, their base cards. The thing is, in this, the rookies are better, and there's plenty of them in there. There's Bellingham.
What card is not a rookie in this?
Yeah, I know. Literally, you opened your blaster the other day, and the first 3 packs were like, what, all rookies, weren't they?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rookies in this, so there's a bit more value there because we know how much people like the RC logo. This one, I'm gonna say properly. I reckon around 400 is probably right for this. It's the first Merlin Topps Chrome sort of crossover card as well. Yeah, I'm gonna say properly rated for me.
Looking at these prizes, I'm gonna say overvalued.
I'm gonna go slightly under by maybe $100 or so.
Undervalued.
Undervalued?
Slightly under. Yeah, slightly under.
I like it. I like a bit of controversy. We're too much in sync before.
Yeah.
Like, go, boys, give your reasons.
Slightly under. Just how much we think about how much we value the rookie card. So not those other sets, they're like first Prism and say first World Cup, for example. But like the first card of theirs is in this set. For players like Bellingham, that's a big one. Moukoko, not so much because I don't rate him as much. Who else is in there? I've got a blank. I'm just trying to think.
Musiala.
There's that guy from Sociedad. Yeah, Musiala as well. He's good. Yeah, I'm going to say slightly
De La Fuente, Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, slightly unders for me.
I feel like I'm looking at comps. The 17th of October, a Topps Chrome Moukoko refractor sold for $10. Musiala refractor sold for $10. A Blue Shimmer refractors out of 75. Vinicius Jr. sold for $15. I mean, I would say this is still way overpriced.
What's a Musiala numbered go for though?
Musiala.
Bellingham numbered card. Because you were saying that Bellingham's actually taken out from most breaks, isn't he? And you sort of win it, Dan?
You want to see refractor or numbered?
Sorry, say it again.
Bellingham's usually taken out of breaks, isn't he? And you win Bellingham?
Yeah, man. They take
Bellingham? Yeah.
They take Bellingham and Moukoko out of breaks. It's ridiculous. But as DDC is saying, Gravenberg, and I think more importantly, Camavinga.
Yeah. Oh, Camavinga as well, yeah.
Is very, very sought after in this set, as well as Musiala. But Camavinga, I sold Camavinga cards base out of this for like $40 not even that long ago. Decent. I'm happy with that.
Especially in Madrid now, when Mbappe goes there, possibly Haaland as well. I think
Musiala is probably even bigger. Like I think that probably needs to.
Because he can probably do it sooner, I guess.
So
Madrid's not doing it this season.
Bellingham Atomic Refractor out of 250 is $51. A gold refractor out of 50 is $310.
I'm going slightly unders. I'm going to say around the 500 mark, just to keep this moving.
Okay.
That's what I reckon. Just the amount of rookies that are in there and the variety you can get.
I'm going to say slightly over or properly. Somewhere in between. I'm not going to say vastly over because, as you said, there's a lot of RC logos and the market still loves that. Also RC logos on how are you going to say it? Logical players like Bellingham, like Moukoko, like the young guys. So you combine RC logos with young, exciting players, I guess.
Yeah. Dan?
Mine's going to be properly rated because I like to be different. But I think it's probably...
At least we have one of each for that one. And I feel like everyone had decent points.
I'd pay that price.
Maybe Vincent doesn't believe my points.
No, it's your opinion. Sure. If you think it's slightly under, then sure.
Saucy makes a good point. The thing is, there's so many rookies that people don't rate Merlin compared to say Finest and Chrome. So he's talking about the types of cards. That's true. We'll say Merlin's what? If you say the 3, you'd go Topps Chrome first. Then people would probably say Finest, even though I don't agree. I reckon Merlin's ahead of Finest, but yeah, Merlin would probably be third on the list.
Yeah.
How about this one, just to throw into the mix? This is the 2021 MLS.
This is vastly underrated, underpriced. It's
You're a liar.
underpriced. This is what you need to buy right now. Because the price these things go for is insane. Even a whatever team goes for whatever money. So only 214. This is a buy.
I hope people get Vince's sarcasticness, if that's even a word.
Okay. So this is going for 200-ish, yeah, on average. Looks like 200-ish US dollars.
Yeah.
The card you're going for is Kane Clark potentially, and obviously Pepe in this set.
It's not his rookie though, is it? We were talking about this before.
Yeah, no, it's not his rookie.
It's not his rookie.
Me personally, I'm not paying more than $50 for this, and even at $50, I'm buying something else. Fuck this. This is like buying the A League. This is like they made A League Tops Chrome and fucking charging $250 for it. No, I'm not buying it. It's overrated. Overpriced.
Cool. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. It's clear. The Top's Finest. Yeah, the Top's Finest hobby box. 400 it's been selling for. There's a 350 in there. 350, 350, 350. What are the thoughts on this one?
What was Merlin going for?
I got out of it, but I think it was
450. I said it was around 500. I'm gonna say, my personal opinion, I reckon Finance is just under Merlin. So I'm gonna say at around 4. So we'll say, what do we say in the averages? 350, 400.
Well, let's say 400. Looks like it's 400.
I'm gonna say properly, because I believe that Merlin is ahead of Finest. That's just my opinion. So I'm gonna say properly rated.
Yeah, I would again go for properly or slightly over, but it's not. Yeah, I think they have really cool cards, really cool looking cards.
Cool autos too in them.
Yeah, but a lot of them already have been pulled, so I'm not sure if it's a good buy right now. But overall, I would say, yeah, fairly rated or slightly over.
I feel like I'm the opposite of the league, so I'd probably say that Finest would be above Merlin because you get the two, like Saucy says, you get two guaranteed autos. And as part of Carnival Hobby Breaks, we ripped a box and had 3 autos in it. So nice. It's based on that, based on the fact that I really like the cards in this. Like Vincent said, you can get the what is it? The prize footballers, I believe it is. Yeah. And they're just magnificent. They're unreal looking cards. They've kind of got like this.
They have nice inserts.
Yeah, some really cool ones. Yeah, look, for that reason, I would say it's. If I said the other one was properly rated at that price, and I think this one's better, then I think that's underrated or underpriced, in my opinion.
Fair call. Okay. I do understand. I do understand the Merlin Finest being ahead of Merlin. I just don't agree. I personally like Merlin better.
Do you like
I understand it. Yeah, I understand it though.
Yeah, good stuff. To be honest, I think if you go Topps Chrome and Topps Chrome Sapphire, they're just above all.
Was that it?
That was it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, how did we miss that one? Oh no, we're not doing this yet. Don't worry, we've already done it. All good. My bad.
All done. For next week, maybe we can do that one. Now, we do have a few Spitfire questions. Let's hit the ones in the chat first because they've been waiting patiently. Adam Smith wants to know what are our respective Holy Grail soccer cards?
For me, it's going to be a Leaf. I think it's 2017 Leaf, and it has... Messi, Ronaldo, Pelé, and there was another one on there.
Second.
I think
Maradona?
Yeah, maybe 2017. I think it's Leaf. Let's see if I can find it. It was an insane one. Yeah, here it is. I've found it. I'll
Yeah,
no,
put it in the private so I can bring it up.
Yeah, it's a different one, but it's comparable, I would say.
Is it on card or is it sticker?
This one is on card, I think.
Wow.
Did you get it?
What? On card?
I think so.
How did they get those four, like, even those three that we've mentioned on one card? That's
no, it's
sticker.
Yeah, I think so.
But still. Let's have a look.
Oh no, it's patch auto. So it's this one.
Oh wow.
I think this
is beautiful.
Is there more on the back? Yeah. It says 6 times. What's on the back? Because I've seen these before, and they're
on the back there is Ousmane Dembele. You have R9.
Get on there.
Yeah, you have R9 and Rooney. Yeah, he's the odd one out. Dembele, I'm not sure.
Oh my god.
But
I mean, you have Pelé, Ronaldo, Maradona, other Ronaldo. I think this and it's a 1 of 1. I think this looks cool. It's not my holy card, but it's the first one I think of when people ask that question. There's a 2017, I believe, Leaf as well, and that is just next level, but it's comparable to this one.
Lukey, what's yours? Hard to top this one.
I'm going to be pretty basic. I'm just going to say the 02 Mega Cracks Ronaldo.
Yeah.
That's my goat. I can't go past that, to be honest. Unless it's I was actually trying to find one as we're just talking here. A Ronaldo patch auto, the earliest one you can get.
I found it. Here it is.
The one you're talking about?
Yeah. This is the one. This is it's 2018 Leaf. Sorry, that's why I couldn't find it.
$13.50.
Huh?
$13.50.
That's printed or something.
That's the photocopy of it.
Right link. This one, yeah. Here we go.
This one, yeah.
Yes, I know this one. Yeah, wow.
This is more like it.
This is the
out of here.
Get rid of that Dembele.
Yeah. So this one sold on the 2nd of August 2021 for 15.7.
Over under valued. Is this numbered? This is a 1 of 1 on the back.
No, I don't think this is. Yeah, it's a 1 of 1.
1 of 1.
Yeah.
Undervalued, overvalued. 15K.
Oh. I don't like the sticker because there's a stickers, right? Yeah. I would if I had the money, I would pay it for it.
So you're gonna say properly rated at 15?
Yeah, I think so. If you take a look at what other cards are going for, and you have 4 of potentially the best players in the history of football, sure, 15K, sure. If I had the money, like, because you don't spend 15K on this one if you only have 30 in the bank, you know?
Yeah.
So if I assume the guy that bought this has a healthy bankroll, I would pay 15.7, sure.
I don't know. Like, you can. What would a Yeah, there you go.
I mean, you can buy Messi. You can buy Messi. You can buy Pelé rookies.
That says it all. That says it all.
Pepe rookie auto short print win for 15,000. Ridiculous. I think that this is dramatically underpriced, to be honest with you. Like, if you look at 4 of the GOATs in basketball, that would be what? That'd be hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
For sure.
And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like this is way underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna say under as well. The two things that sort of throw it off a little bit.
Non-leaf.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was going to say. The licensing, like it being leaf and being non-licensed, and the sticker order, the two things that probably keep the value going down from a ridiculous amount. But still, I still think undervalued at 15K.
I also don't like the BGS, but it's just the card. I mean, the card itself I think is beautiful. So
yeah,
that's mine.
I'll show you mine, guys. Sorry, did you say
did I say mine? Oh, mine was O2 Mega Cracks Ronaldo or the first patch order. I'm actually not 100% sure what his first patch order is. Ronaldo, I think it's 2015 and 2016. Might be flawless. It'd be that or this. That'd be it for me.
Yeah. Oh, this is a reprint.
This is a reprint. That's why it's nice and cheap.
Oh, it's just about 170?
Don't buy that
and then
one.
I saw the reprint. Holy cow. That's
your one?
This is my one.
Baggio.
So we've got Baggio, Paolo Rossi, who's passed away, Dino Zoff, Luigi Riva, Gianluigi Buffon, Del Piero, Pirlo, and it's also got De Rossi in there as well. That's
honourable mention for De Rossi.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's great. Oh, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was
probably the least of all of these guys, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But honourable mention. He's no Dembele on the other one.
He's not. Yeah, that's right. He's right. He's a step up, in my opinion. Yeah, but look, this having all these guys on the one would be unbelievable.
So is that a booklet or is that front and back?
I think it's a booklet. I believe
this is a booklet. Yeah, it's opened up.
That's very nice. Is that Leaf as well?
What's that? No, I think that's Panini. That's Panini
Eminence.
Ah, okay, cool. 1 of 10.
What that's a set, awesome. Though. What a set.
That's awesome.
By the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
They went for $5,000, by the way.
5? Oh, shit.
Overvalued, undervalued. What do you reckon?
Oh, look, I don't know. I would pay it, but.
Oh, what's this one?
Yeah, I think it's properly valued.
It's Italy and Spain.
Italy, Spain, yes. You got Bonucci, Buffon, Pirlo, and CS, Fabregas, and Torres.
Oh, that's cool. Sick.
Pretty cool.
All the patches as well. All these patches are pretty good.
Yeah.
Eminence is just, it's in my opinion, that's the best set I've ever seen in a soccer card box. It's the best set I've ever seen.
What, over 2014 Prism? You're sick, mate.
living on the edge. My holy grail is a Haaland match attacks. Nice.
I like it.
Everyone else in the chat, go for it.
Yeah. Let us know. I'd love to bring them up. I'd love to bring up. Yeah, and bring the questions through.
People, yeah.
2018 Donruss from Adam M. 2018 Donruss strike anyone's fancy.
Definitely, we spoke about it before. How many good rookies there are? Sancho, Foden. What were the other ones now? It's getting late, boys. I've lost my head.
Chiesa
as well. That was the third one. Yeah, I love the set. I love, like I said before, I love Optic. Optic's probably my favorite brand out of all the base cards and stuff like that.
Davies, Weah.
Yeah, Weah not so much, but
yeah.
Oh, good man, DDC. I like it. I like that we're on the same page. What else have we got here? I've got a question from Luke Gavalas, a friend of the show. BGS or PSA, what do you prefer?
Give me a sec.
Are we talking if I'm gonna resell it eventually, or is it something I'm holding forever?
Well, give us both.
If I'm reselling it, definitely PSA. If I'm holding it forever, BGS, because I'll be able to get it at a cheaper price, and I have no intention of reselling it. So, and which one do I like better in terms of looks? I'll go BGS, but they're pretty close for me, to be honest. But yeah, it depending on what variable I'm looking at is what I'd sort of consider those as.
Yeah. So the question was BGS or AGC, right?
Yep.
PSA.
PSA.
PSA. Sorry. Yeah.
I would go for PSA.
Look at his face; he's so disappointed.
PSA. I don't like.
Ready to go on a rant.
I don't. No. I'm gonna keep it short.
What did you go in the other room for? What did you grab?
Huh?
Did you go in the other room to grab something?
No.
Oh, I thought you went to go get an SGC slab, and that's why you're so disappointed.
Oh, bro, I have one sitting right there, so no worries.
All right, go on. Sorry.
No, I just I don't like BGS without subgrades. And I've held BGS slabs. I've had them all, and I like PSA more than BGS. I would say SGC is still my favorite, but I would go for PSA then.
Yeah, look, I couldn't really give a shit because I think grading cards is a scam. So
it is. It is.
If it, like Luke said, if it's about value for card and just trying to extract as much money as possible, then PSA. But besides that, whatever. What else have we got? So Vincent, you had a question. Yeah.
I've sent it to you.
You did? Yeah, so your question was, in your opinion, which vintage or pre-modern players are really undervalued and why?
I think a lot of them. Obviously, depends on where you want to go with them. Obviously, a rookie Pele is not going to be undervalued. But if you go like a second year, third year, fourth year card, even then, I think there's still a lot of deals to be had. Also, if you look at the players we almost every week talk about, like Netfit, Maldini, Del Piero, those kinds of guys, Ronaldinho, obviously, if you want the rookie, that's going to cost you a bit. But I still feel like there's some room to grow. But a lot of these, I mean, if just look at the market, if we compare to that Leaf to a Pippi, and it's the same price. So as long as you don't buy these super hyped players, 1 of 10, whatever it means, and you go for Ballon d'Or winners, World Cup winners, obviously not being on the bench, because Lodi also won a World Cup, but he's a goalkeeper. So I think there's a lot of undervalued. It also depends on where you think the market will go. But I think you can get a lot of great and nice stuff out there for a good price now, especially because I feel like the market is slowed down a bit. So maybe prices dropped a bit. So maybe that's your opportunity right now.
For me, I don't know if I'm going to steal your one here, Dan, but I'd say Italian 06 World Cup players and the stars from that. Is that pre-modern? Are we counting that?
Yeah,
a lot of them would be in that period. Yeah, that one, Fabregas is another one I reckon is undervalued. And the third one I'm not going to say because Saucy's told me in the chat don't say it. But if you've listened to the show, you know who we're talking about.
It doesn't sound like you're going to break your bank for it either.
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to just say he's talking about Rakitic.
They look very similar. Look, I'm glad you said that 06 team because if I said it, it'd be a pump and dump, but I'm glad you did. So that makes life a lot easier. I mean, you just get the list of Ballon d'Or winners and throw a dart at it, and I think you'll be pretty fine finding an undervalued player if it's not Messi or Ronaldo, in my opinion.
Also look at the cultural relevance, I feel.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one
too. Absolutely. I think Badger is dramatically underrated. Is this the one you're talking about, Saucy? This Henri, which is was that the last 97? Question? Well, no, he just said that this one is what he collects. I think we're out of questions, unless you guys have found them.
Yeah, so I mean, was that the last question? Because we'll go through the Grails. I didn't get to read them. Yeah, I think that's.
Well, there's only one. Yeah. I was going to bring Adam Smith's Haaland match attacks, but
DDC said Dan stole mine, so
yeah.
I think he's having a laugh.
No, he's an Italian collector, so he's on board with my eminence.
Who? No, I mean Adam.
No, Adam, of course he is.
I think Adam's having a laugh.
Of course he is. I think I've got about 10. I've got about 10 of the match attacks. Haaland. Yeah. This is nice. This is nice. This Henri is very nice.
Yeah, that's a cool card. The red on red and the PSA looks sick as well. I rate that.
I actually got his 1998 World Cup sticker. Those were selling for 2K. They're now going for 400 PSA 9. So if you believe that they will ever go back up to where they were, then...
Gee, that one, Sauce?
take a gamble.
I'll show Saucy which one I think is the best one. I would say it is this one here. Let's bring it up. There we go. How nice is this one here? In the Juventus kit.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Unfortunately, didn't have the best performances at Juventus, but is what it is. He ended up a better player for it in the Prem. All good. Anything else? Anything you guys are hitting up in the hobby? We're a little bit over time anyway, so we can wrap it up. But any last thoughts?
No, not really.
Champions League this week, so be on the lookout for that. If you want to sell players, wait until they score and just post it after the game, and they will probably sell.
Just get them all ready. Get all your listings ready in drafts, just in case someone scores. You can post it straight away.
Go.
Yes,
someone will find it. Anything from you, Dan?
Not really, to be honest. All good. All right, guys, have a great week. We'll catch you next week to review the Champions League and last week's games and the hobby in general. From Vincent at Cardhour on Instagram, also his YouTube channel, Luke at Mars_sports, and myself, Azzurro_cards on Instagram. Have a great week. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Soccer Card Collective on the Double Coverage Media Network. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to know when we go live. Also, feel free to leave a review on Apple Podcasting app. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.